What might be the impacts of high-end climate change on two different Hungarian cities? Hungary is one of the more vulnerable countries to climate change in Europe. Extreme events, including droughts, floods, heavy rainfalls and heat waves, have become more frequent and intense over recent decades. The socio-economic and environmental impacts from such extreme events are already having significant consequences for human well-being. The Hungarian case study explored these issues by analysing the impacts and risks associated with high-end climate change in two medium-sized cities, Szekszárd and Veszprém. The aim was to help stakeholders develop integrated solutions, strategies and transition pathways that lead to a shared vision of a sustainable future.
In the Hungarian case study, we took impressions and high-end climate change to the community level. This is where climate change hits the ground and where people face the consequences in the most intensive and the most direct way.
So what could a future above 2 degrees Celsius look like in Hungary? In the first scenario, commitment to sustainable development and social cohesion leads to falling inequality, effective governance, and less resource-intensive lifestyles. Average temperature rise is still moderately high, at around 2 degrees Celsius. But by the year 2100, Hungary is a fully sustainable and financially healthy country. In the second scenario, permanent conflict, threat of war, and economic collapse causes the disintegration of society. Average temperatures rise by as much as 5 degrees Celsius. The government abandons its responsibilities towards the environment, and people struggle to meet their basic needs. In the third scenario, power is concentrated in a political and corporate elite, paralleled by growing inequality. Average temperature rise is kept below 2.5 degrees Celsius, yet public services are minimal. The food system is industrialized, and the state prefers to manage rather than prevent crises. The fourth scenario sees technological development, economic growth, and exploitation of fossil energy resources, set amidst a backdrop of growing corruption. Greenhouse gas emissions soar, climate change is unabated, and society finds itself on the brink of collapse, unprepared to deal with the consequences it faces.
What was really good about these scenarios is that it helped our stakeholders to picture the future, because we talk a lot about climate change, but it's very difficult to see ahead and how it will unfold. And these scenarios brought us very real, tangible pictures of the future.
These scenarios bring about a number of key impacts and risks associated with a future above 2 degrees Celsius. Heat stress poses a major public health problem in the region, and across Central Europe as a whole, heat-related mortality is expected to double for a warming of 2 degrees Celsius and triple for a warming of 5 degrees. Greater extremes of dry and wet periods are projected to affect water availability and management. The water level of Lake Balaton, a key national asset, may oscillate between extreme high and low levels more frequently, with major implications for the lake's ecology and socio-economic usage. Lyme disease infection rates are projected to increase nationwide in all scenarios due to higher temperatures, which enhance tick activity, and an increase in the area of forest, which is a major tick habitat. Outmigration of people from towns and cities is projected to occur under all scenarios. Rural areas will also be affected by heat and water stress, which will hinder agricultural productivity and food security. Faced with these projected impacts, the Impressions Project worked with stakeholders to develop a shared vision for Hungary in the year 2100, and to help achieve this vision, a range of transition pathways and transformative solutions were created that move each scenario closer to a more sustainable future. Of these pathways, 3 in particular were identified as being crucial to underpinning all pathways across each of the scenarios. The first of these is promoting inclusive and multi-level governance for sustainability. For example, supporting rural development by strengthening local democracies and local investments in infrastructure and technology. Promoting shifts to healthy lifestyles through education would underpin changing resource use and demands for sustainable products. It would also build the capacities of people to participate in decision-making. Improved water management would not only succeed in improving reservoir storage in all scenarios, but also help to develop an integrated resource management framework for promoting synergies between water, agriculture and energy. And there are other important policy recommendations. Diversifying crop production to build resilience in the face of uncertain climate impacts. Implementing practical solutions at the local level to raise awareness and build capacity for further action. For example, expanding green space, implementing water storage and water reuse technologies, and encouraging urban agriculture. Investing in research to reduce uncertainty over local impacts and translate scientific models into information that can be used by non-scientists. These and other actions will help to achieve the vision expressed by stakeholders through collaboration across all levels of society.
We try to teach the people and also to tell them how to react on that and what to do. It's very tough because today they don't feel it. They feel it's a little bit problem, but they don't feel they have to do something. They think it will be best the government will do something. It's not, it's their work also, it's their future.